time. You were supposed to write 250 minimum words, so you have exceeded that, and that is okay. How much time did you take writing this essay?
It was around 30 to 35 minutes.
30 to 35 minutes. Okay. Yeah, that is fine. Because you can spend around 40 minutes on this task.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay, so let's start. Uh, an individual's okay, the topic is children brought up in families with less money are better prepared for life than those from wealthy families. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So, an individual's personality and ability to succeed in adulthood are determined by their childhood encounters and learning. Okay. So encounters and learning you have kept in inverted commas. So there is no need to put them in inverted commas.
Okay.
So you can keep them like uh, remove the quotation marks. Can you see the screen
Yes.
and the changes I am making?
Yes.
Okay. So now it's fine. So inverted commas are not needed because it is not anything that needs to be quoted or that is quoted already, actually. All right.
Okay.
Or we put something in inverted commas when we want to emphasize something, some phrase or word. So I think that is not the case here as well. All right.
Okay.
So many individuals hold the view that kids from wealthy households are more likely to be unprepared for future events than those from middle class families. How may a family's financial situation possibly determine the future of its children? Okay, personally, I believe that no matter the money or status of the family, better parenting is more crucial in the upbringing of a child. So, this is the introduction of your essay, right?
Yes.
And here it seems that you don't agree with this statement, right?
Yes.
Hmm. You disagree with it because the question says that children brought up in families with less money are better prepared for life. So you say that no, they are not necessarily better prepared. It depends on parenting. So you are of the view that the children, no matter they are from wealthy families or they are from middle class families, if their parents have done better parenting, then the children are better prepared. You are of this view, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what I can understand from your introduction that you are of the view means in simple words, you disagree with this statement.
Yes.
Now let's continue and see how it unfolds. So to start with, children from wealthier families have undoubtedly enjoyed luxuries throughout their lives. Okay, but when it comes to overcoming life's challenges, none of those luxuries and amenities have ever been able to help them overcome life's challenges. Okay. Now here you have in third line of second paragraph that I have highlighted luxuries and amenities. You have used two words with slash between. So actually you are not supposed to do like this. Like you use the multiple words at one place and you put them in you put slash or a bracket between them. You have to
N-
decide yeah, you have to decide which word you want to use and then keep that one word only or what phrase whatever you want to use.
No, I just wanted to know if it is okay to use two same words, like using one after another in the same paragraph, like after one line. Like I wrote enjoyed luxuries, and then right after that, in third line, I wrote none of those luxuries. So is it okay to repeat the word? That is why
Okay, you continue.
that is why I wrote the word luxuries and amenities in the slash form.
Okay, so one thing is that you should avoid repeating the same words. All right. For example, as you have said that you have used the word luxuries in the same sentence, the first line of the paragraph. All right. Now, if you repeat that word, hold on, Divisha, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Um, so repeating the same word is not a good idea. That should be avoided. All right. Now, remember one thing. There are two kinds of repetitions people do when they are writing, particularly. One is they repeat the same words or phrases. Other is they repeat the same idea, in other words. So either they use the same words over and over again, or they use or say the same thing, the same idea, the same opinion, the same point of view they will be repeating using different words. So both kinds of repetitions should be avoided because they make writing boring, and the reader will not take any interest in reading whatever it is. It is all right. So repetition of these both kinds should be avoided. Definitely, it includes repeating the same words as well. So now that we have used, once we have used the word, let's say luxuries, now we do not want to repeat it. Now what we should do? We definitely should be using a synonym in the place of luxury. All right.
Okay.
So what we do here, we delete this word and we keep only one word. So none of
Okay.
those amenities have ever been able to help them overcome life's challenges. Now, if you see life's challenges is also being repeated. It's used here.
Oh, yes.
All right. So it again the same thing that we cannot repeat it. We should not repeat the same thing. Now, what you can do, how you can replace it, how you can change it. Any idea?
Future, like overcome their future obstacles.
Now, actually, you are speaking about life challenges themselves, right?
Yes.
So you simply do it like this.
Oh, okay.
Now, does it make sense?
Yes.
Now, them refers to
Life challenges.
exactly. Now, them refers to life challenges, so we do not need to repeat the same noun. We can instead use a pronoun. So,
Okay.
if we read this sentence now, to start with, children from wealthier families have undoubtedly enjoyed luxuries throughout their lives, but when it comes to overcoming life's challenges, none of those amenities have ever been able to help them overcome them. Now, them is being repeated. Okay. Now, because them is here. Now, this is for the children, and here them we have used it for life challenges. But because again it's repetition, so we better change this uh, word. All right.
Okay.
Like you can say the same as you said, for example, obstacles. All right.
Yes.
So the point is that we have to be careful. We should not be repeating the words or phrases. Now we continue, and uh, children from middle class households, on the other hand, tend to work harder throughout their lives because they understand the value of money and time, and they do so in order to thrive in life. Okay. For instance, scoring 90 out of 100 might be the end of the world for an extravagant youngster family. Now, the end of the world, the phrase here that you used, in what sense have you used it here?
Like the most happiest moment, like we say that if we achieve this, this would be the end of the world for us.
But actually, this phrase is used in a negative meaning.
Okay.
Yeah, the end of the world is used in a negative meaning, and it conveys the sense of uh, destruction or catastrophe, harm. These kind of meanings are conveyed by this phrase. So this actually does not fit here.
Okay.
Okay, so we better replace it.
Okay.
So any ideas for replacing this phrase?
I'm not sure if I'm right. Can you suggest one?
Okay. Out of this world, I think this can be out of this world. Let's check. Out of world. Now, out of this world means extremely good,
So we can use that.
extremely good. So I think that can be replaced.
Yes.
So we say scoring 90 out of 100 might be like out of this world. Okay.
Okay.
For an extravagant youngster's family, however, the same marks for a student belonging to a middle class family might be an Oscar winning moment, as he probably is aware how much difficult work he accomplished for accomplishing it. Now again, you understand why these three words are highlighted.
Yes. Accomplished and accomplishing both are repeated.
Hmm. So now let's correct it. What should we do?
Instead of using accomplished, we would be writing um he
We can simply
how
say,
much.
let's say, now see,
Yes.
uh, as he probably is aware how much difficult work he put in accomplishing it. All right.
Yes.
Okay. So in this paragraph, you have spoken about both children, one from wealthier families, another from middle class families, and you have said that it it does not necessarily uh, the wealthier children, the children from wealthier families do not necessarily have a favorable position. You are of this view, right?
Yes.
Yes. Mhm.
Like I'm taking the side that the middle class families youngsters can also achieve, like they know the worth of hard work.
Okay. So children from wealthier families have undoubtedly enjoyed. Okay, but when it comes to overcoming life's challenges, none of those. Okay. So it does not actually help them overcome their challenges. The money or the wealth does not help. This sentence says this. All right. Then you say the
Yes.
children from middle class households, on the other hand, tend to work harder. Okay. Uh, and here you say they thrive in life. So here actually this sentence conveys the meaning of being from a middle class family and having the benefit of having the benefit of belonging to a middle class family. The benefit is thriving in life. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So, but in the beginning, you did not agree with this point. Are you getting what I mean?
Can you repeat it once?
See, in your first paragraph, the introduction one, you say you disagreed with the statement. You disagreed that it is not necessary that children who are brought up in middle class families, it is not necessary they are prepared well for life. uh, is it right?
Yes.
So in your introduction, you said that parenting is actually what matters. Now, but here in this sentence, the sentence that I have in this second paragraph, the sentence that I have selected, in this sentence, you say that the children from middle class families, because they work harder throughout their lives, so they understand the value of time and money, so they thrive in life. It actually conveys the sense that children from middle class families or lower financial background families actually are better prepared for life. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Don't you think this is exact this is the case like I'm saying?
Yes, I'm getting like an idea of. So if it is like that, if like I have made a mistake here, so where should we possibly change? Like in the first paragraph, we should have a like combined opinion.
Okay, that I
Or
will tell you. I will tell you. So I just here wanted to point this out that see this sentence actually contradicts to our introduction. All right. So
okay,
let's continue reading, and if there is something else uh, regarding this, I will tell you that as well, and then we'll in the end see how this can be restructured. All right.
okay,
So let's continue, and I highlight this sentence for our ease. So let's continue. For instance, scoring 90 out of this we have already read. So we are coming to next paragraph. When compared to the mindset of their classmates, children from affluent families occasionally lag behind in learning several crucial lessons during childhood, even after getting all the facilities they need for their educational purpose. Hmm. Okay. Why? Because now I have highlighted why, because this is the kind of informal way to write, you know, but because we have to write our essay in formal or semi-formal or neutral style, kind of academic writing, so we should avoid using this kind of structure, like you used why the question. All right.
okay,
We would directly come to the reason, whatever you think is the reason of what you are saying, but we would not put a question like this. Okay, so we continue.
okay,
Because money plays a pivotal role in the upbringing of a child, and strongly affects the mindset with which they grow to be better prepared for the future challenges. So, okay. Now here, you say that money plays an important role in upbringing of child, and it affects the mindset. Now, actually, you have to say what role money plays in upbringing of a child and how actually it affects. You have to say this. Are you getting it?
yes,
Like you have said that money plays pivotal role in the upbringing of a child. Okay, we understand that. And you have said that it strongly affects the mindset in which with which they grow up. Okay, that is also understandable. But then how? You have to say how. You have to prove, you have to give examples, or you have to give some reasons to justify what you are saying. Because just saying it without supporting details might not be so effective.
Okay.
Okay, and we continue. It is believed that children coming from families with less money better plan to live sensibly to confront the obstructions coming in front of them. Again, this sentence is also similar. If you read it, uh, it is believed that children coming from families with less money better plan to live sensibly to confront the. Again, it means that the children who are coming from less privileged backgrounds, they are better prepared for life. They are better in a better position to face the challenges. I think this sentence says this, right?
Yes.
So again, we are what the point is that we have to see where we started when we started the essay. What was our standpoint, and are we going with the same, or we are actually uh, digressing from our point of view. So we have highlighted this sentence again. We will come to it later. Let's continue. As I would see it now, we don't end an essay like this with this phrase like this. As I would see it, you can say like all in all, concluding, in the end, or to summarize. You can use such phrases or words which actually show that now you are going to conclude the discussion. All right.
Okay.
And the document that I sent you that had all these such words that where you can use what is needed.
Yes.
Now, if you see there, you will find some words for concluding the essay as well. So you can use some of them. I mean, definitely in one essay you will use one of them, and in different essays different. So any of them can be used, but as I would see, it doesn't actually fit here. So we should replace it with words like other words that I have told you. Then
Okay.
cash doesn't characterize how cash. See, the topic speaks of wealth, money, or finances. All right. So finances or wealth does not have to be in cash always.
Okay.
Okay. So better is we should replace the word cash with maybe wealth, or you can find other words. Let's
Okay.
say we say wealth. Wealth doesn't characterize, or riches. Another word that is used as riches as well. So you can find the synonyms, and better is to use those synonyms, because cash, cash means uh, like having money in paper, or in hand. Cash gives that sense of meaning.
Okay.
All right. So wealth doesn't characterize how you will develop into an individual and face the difficulties. Okay. So you say that it doesn't matter. It doesn't depend on if you are wealthy or if you're not wealthy. It isn't cash yet. Okay, cash again, it isn't. Let's say now here we change our word and we say riches. It isn't riches means wealth. Yet yet is to be replaced. But, or you can say rather. Okay, because what you are saying after but, that actually contradicts to what you have said. Is that right?
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I thought you were sleeping.
No, no, I just muted my mic.
Okay. Uh, so you have said it isn't riches, let's say it isn't riches. Now, after this part of the sentence, the next part of the sentence actually contradicts it. All right. The
Yes.
mentality and childhood that profoundly influences, because at that contradicts. So here we can either use but or rather or however words that actually show contradiction. You
Okay.
use yet here, so that would not that was not a good fit. So we have replaced it. Okay. Now it isn't riches, but the mentality and childhood that profoundly influences. It should be influence, not
Okay.
influences. Why? Do you understand why?
Influence, like we cannot use a plural form here.
Actually, that would be plural. If we make it influence, now it's plural. Influence is plural. Influences is singular.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, because this is a verb. So in verb, it's opposite to noun. Right? The singular plural case in verb is opposite to that of noun. In noun, we put s or es or ies, etc. to make nouns plural, right?
Yes.
But in verbs, it's the opposite. We put s, es, is, etc. to make verbs singular. Like for example, what you will say with she. She influences or she influence.
She influences.
She influences, you will say, because she is singular. So influences is also singular. All right.
Okay.
But here you are speaking of two different things, uh, mentality and childhood. They are how many? They are two. Two means they are plural.
Yes.
Because they are plural, so we should be using plural verb that is influence, not influences. Okay.
Oh,
It isn't
okay.
riches, but mentality and childhood that profoundly influence how you will develop into an effective individual and manage the issues all alone. Okay. Mentality and childhood I have highlighted because I wanted to understand it more. Like, in what sense you have written childhood? It should, can we be more specific here? Because childhood is very general term. Are you here speaking of any particular thing in a person's childhood, in a child's, childhood?
Like the events that are taking place in childhood, like
Hmm. Okay. So
uh,
you can say childhood events or experiences.
yes.
Okay. Let's say events, for example. Okay. It isn't riches, but the mentality and childhood events. You can say events, you can say experience, or anything that you want to say. But the point here is that you should be specific about uh, what actually you are speaking about in terms of childhood. All right.
Okay.
Then we continue from next sentence. It likewise, okay, it and likewise. You put a comma here after it, and you put a comma after likewise, like this. Okay. It
Okay.
likewise firmly. Okay, what does it refer to?
Give me a minute. I'll just read it.
Mhm.
I guess I'm talking about wealth here.
Well,
Yes. And
see it again.
unlike in the second line, I just use it isn't the riches. So I'm talking about that only, that it isn't the riches and it likewise firmly depend upon.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So let's see how the sentence, goes. Then we see. We will see what to do with it. Okay.
Okay.
Likewise, from it. Sorry. It firmly relies upon the nurturing, whether parents move the characteristics of being sensible. Okay. Parents move the character. I think the word move should be replaced with some other word. Let's say transfer or
Okay.
convey,
Pass on.
pass on. Yes, pass on is also fine, but pass on you have used here as well. So
Okay.
better
So,
we say transfer,
okay.
because move gives another meaning. Okay. Parents transfer the characteristics of being sensible, even subsequent to being more extravagant, or pass on the characteristics of being practical and living the way. Now, this sentence is kind of lengthier, so it was. Now, you would tell me, you would explain this sentence to me, but first tell me this. Uh, Even subsequent, how you have used it here and what does it mean?
Like even after being so rich or some. Um, okay. So it means that if it depends upon the parents that even after being rich, they pass the qualities of being practical and living the life down to earth, or like living a middle class life and passing those typical qualities to their children.
Okay. So you mean to say that this whole sentence, I think, conveys this idea that actually it depends upon nurturing or parenting, that what the parents uh, pass on or transfer to their children, even if they are wealthier, even if they have uh, more money, if even if they are from very rich background, what parents teach them, what parents convey to them matters, and that alone uh, shapes the person's life.
Kind of, yes.
Is that right? I have understood this idea from this sentence.
Yes.
Are you also saying the same, or you wrote with some other thing in mind?
No, I agree with you.
Okay. So now we have to just. I think this sentence is very uh, lengthier, so we should make it. Let's see how we can make it better. It likewise firmly relies upon the nurturing, where the parents transfer the characteristics of being sensible, even even being. Now, can we do it like this?
Okay, even being more extravagant.
Even
Okay, that
being
is
more,
also good.
even being more extravagant, or now here, comma, okay, because one idea ends here, and now the sentence continues with another idea, or pass on the characteristics of being practical and living the way like a typical person. Okay, as characteristics alone. Okay, so now here we make it like this. As characteristics alone can have a major effect in the perspective. Perspective, what does perspective mean here? Hello?
Yes, I'm just thinking why I wrote like
Mhm.
in what background. The the thinking ability of a child.
Okay. Thoughts? Can we say
Okay.
or mindset or mind? No, not mind. Mindset we can say, or we can say thought, or we can say thought process, or we can say approach, or we can say look. All right. So different words can be used in place of that word, perspective. All right.
Okay.
Now, as you have seen, we have put a comma here, okay, and we have put a dash here. Now this sentence is fine, okay. And now it actually refers to an uh, this are you able to see it?
Yes.
I think this it refers to this developing into an individual means the uh, a person's developing into an individual and facing the difficulties. The fact, this fact, okay, that a person, from childhood develops into definitely uh, 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 a person's complete personality develops, and whether or not he faces or she faces difficulties in life, it refers to this fact that you have said in first sentence of this paragraph. If you read it now, the sentence, this sentence, uh, it relies upon the nurturing whether parents transfer the characteristics of being sensible. Okay. Now, do you understand it refers to what? What
Yes.
what relies upon nurturing? What relies upon nurturing? Developing into an individual. If we let's say if we replace it, so we can say developing, let's say developing into an individual and facing the difficulties firmly relies upon the nurturing with the parents, now this continues.
Okay.
So are you getting it?
Yes.
All right. So this is the essay. Now let's see. Uh, here we have highlighted two sentences in both body paragraphs. The sentences highlighted in green actually uh, contradict to our introduction as well as our conclusion. Now you have written conclusion and introduction well, in the sense that you have given the same point of view that you started your essay with and you ended. But in between, there is something that we need to look at. All right. So what we can
Okay.
do for that, one thing is that because in the beginning you said that money doesn't play a role in a person's ability to face life's challenges. Money doesn't have anything to do with that. So you should be using the same idea, the same opinion, and giving examples from both sides. One from those people whose children are rich, from the rich families, and other examples from those who are from middle class family or who are not so rich. But you would focus on the same point that you think that money doesn't have anything to do, wealth doesn't determine a person's success or a person's ability to face life challenges. Now, you can say, for example, you can say that a wealthy person, if, like you have said in the beginning, that it depends on parenting, a wealthy person, a child from a wealthy family, if he or she is well nurtured by his parents or her parents, if parents have focused on values, on uh, teaching their children values and uh, importance of struggle in life, importance of doing something in life, importance of let's say working hard and then becoming someone. If parents have uh, conveyed these values into those children, no matter they come from a wealthy background, they will be better prepared for life's challenges. Or if the parents uh, have put their children into practical life, doing things for themselves and doing their work and making their own fate, making their own way into life, success into life, then those children will be better prepared, no matter they come from a wealthy background. So you can say things like this. For example, I have given you one example. You can definitely think more of them. And on the other hand, you can say for those that do not come from so wealthy backgrounds, you can say that they are already uh, prepared for life. They are all because their situation demands that they work hard. Their situation requires them to put in all their efforts to make their lives better. This is why children from lower middle class or middle class families, they face the life challenges in a better way. But again, you can give another side to this as well. For example, you can say that children um, from middle class families, they cannot necessarily be prepared well for life if their parents uh, do not uh, do not push them towards doing things for themselves in life, if their parents do not guide them properly, if their parents do not provide that much care and they do not provide that much attention, if their parents do not guide them, if their parents, so things like that, if their parents are not concerned with their children's future of their or with their children's or what their children do, then those children, even being from belonging to a middle class family, cannot be prepared for life well because because there was a parenting gap, for example. So are you getting me?
Yes, like focusing on what the parents uh, like convey to the children's, like the what thoughts and views they
Hmm. Yes,
they give to their children, and how that affects their life and and how they struggle.
yes. How exactly you are getting it right. And as you have seen, I have tried to give you both the views. One, that how wealthy families, parents can, how their parenting can help children, uh, be prepared for life, no matter they have how much money, and how middle class, let's say, not so rich parents, children, for example, they cannot be prepared for life. Maybe if there's a gap in parenting, if parenting is not done well, you can give examples. You can do any. You can say anything that supports your view. Now, ऐसा होता भी तो है ना कि मिडिल क्लास या जो जो ऐसी फैमिलीज हैं जो उनके पास ज्यादा पैसे तो नहीं है, लेकिन फिर लाजमी नहीं है कि उनके बच्चे जो हैं वो और हर केस में ही वो जो है लाइफ से चैलेंजेस से फेस करना उनको आता हो, ऐसा हर केस में होता नहीं है। बिकॉज क्यों नहीं होता? बिकॉज मे बी पेरेंट्स have not done so much that was required of them. So you have to keep to both the points of view, means you have to actually you are keeping to the fact that you say parenting involves and parenting actually matters. Okay, and you are
Okay.
giving the supporting details from uh, both kinds of families, wealthy families and not so wealthy families.
Okay.
Then in the end, like you have concluded, that is fine, but just the body paragraphs uh, need to be improved like this.
Okay. So I'll make the changes and then send it to you so you can see if it is all right.
No, don't make any changes in this essay now. Now the points that we have discussed, now just keep them in mind. And when you're writing next essay, then you should be clear that whatever you have decided in the introduction, that your opinion, your point of view, either you disagree with the statement, with the question, or you agree with or you partially agree, partially disagree, you are, uh, in the middle of them. So whatever your point of view is, you have to carry that throughout your essay. Okay, and
Okay.
you have to give supporting details and examples and anything that you have to say, you want to say, to just support your point of view, because the reader of your, let's say, essay, in anyone who is reading your essay, they want to see uh, how well you argument, how well you discuss, how well you convince the reader that what you are saying is actually right.
Okay.
So in that regard, we have to be focused on our idea, that whatever that is.